And so I'm about to tell you everything you need to know about this $1,499, so $1,499 bike, and whether or not it's going to be good for you for that price. So first off, it comes in a few different colors besides this sand and champagne color that I really like. So it comes in red, blue, and gray in addition to this. And this is a foldable design, so you can fold this bike up to make it more compact. So if you want to store it in your garage somewhere, or you want to load this in the back of your car, it'll just be a little bit more manageable. And it folds down in 3 steps, so you can fold down the handlebars, and then also in the middle of the frame of this bike, you can unlatch that and fold it. And then also the pedals do fold down as well to help you out a little bit too. But the best part about the folding here is the fact that the battery isn't inside the frame like most other folding bikes. So the battery is easily accessible here, right here on the top. So you can take one of the 2 keys that comes with this bike, unlock it, and now you can just take the battery inside and charge it instead of having to fold the bike up and try to pull it out from the middle of the frame, which is useful, but it's just a little bit more work than this setup. So shout out to HeyBike for putting this method in it. Now, speaking of the battery, this battery is a 48 volt, 14.4 amp hour battery. And HeyBike is saying that you're looking at a range of up to 55 miles using pedal assist. And inside of the box with the bike, you will get a fast charger that will get the battery charged from 0 to 100 in around 3 to 4 hours. All right, so here for my hill test, I'm just using the throttle only. So let's get this thing going in 3, 2, 1, boom. Takeoff speed, not zippy. And we're going at a very kind of a slow pace here. This is a 750 watt motor. Now, the company didn't put any type of peak wattage up on their website, so that's kind of, telling of this motor not having a bunch of power. But we're starting to pick up steam here. We're at like 12, almost 12 miles per hour here, and we made it up eventually there. So definitely, if you are going to be doing a hill like that, you're going to want to use the pedal assist. That will help you get up a lot faster. But I always like to do these tests just using throttle only, so you can see what the motor can give by itself. And now I'm doing the same. All right, so now I'm doing the same test using pedal assist. I'm down in gear 3, not bad, not working hard at all. And we're at like 14 miles per hour. So this just shows you the difference using pedal assist with this particular bike. Definitely the way to go when going up hills. And now I'm going downhill so I can test out these hydraulic disc brakes. And we're going to stop right now. All right, definitely a little bit of a skid there, but that's nice. It has some decent stopping power and a little bit more of a gentle stop here. This is how it typically goes. So yeah, hydraulic disc brakes are good. The brake rotors are a decent size, so I have no issues with the brakes. And now let me go over some cobblestone here. So yeah, the front suspension is doing a pretty good job. The seat is soaking up a lot of these bumps, so it's not too bad. Definitely would like to have some type of rear suspension, but $1,500, that's not always like a guarantee with e-bikes. So I can't really expect it all the time, but the seat definitely makes up for the lack of rear suspension. So you need a good seat if you don't have any rear suspension. But again, you can always put on a suspension seat post if you want. And the controls are good. I would say the pedals do come down a little bit, so I can't dip down too much when I am doing some of these type of turns. And let's see if I can split the gap here. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. My eyesight is not the same as it used to be. But overall, the handlebars, these T-shaped handlebars are good. And you have just enough space to put a smartphone holder on either side of the display. I'm using the Peak Design mobile handlebar mount that I use in all of my videos. But yeah, my iPhone 14 Pro fits perfectly. And let me jump off the curve here. All right, getting a little BMX rider action in now. That wasn't bad. I didn't stand up at all. I just kept my butt on the seat. You felt it a little bit, but nothing uncomfortable. But let's jump back to the design of this bike. So on the back, you will find a rear rack, so you can add a basket on there to add some more storage. And then also up front, they do have a mounting point for a front basket. And so HeyBike does sell some accessories on their website. And then you're also getting front and rear plastic fenders to keep you protected when you're riding through puddles and stuff. And then also you will be getting a tail light that doubles as a brake light. So when you press down on the brakes, it'll brighten up a little bit more. And then you also get turn signals as well on that same spot for the brake light. So that's nice. Now, one thing I did notice with the front headlight, one, it looks cool. I love the look of this thing, and it's also pretty decent and bright at night. But I love the daytime running light, which is actually the HeyBike name. So that is cool. It's not super bright, but it's a nice little touch. Now, there are a couple of things that are kind of odd. So the headlight and the horn both work when the bike is off. So the horn still works. And when I turn the light on, the headlight, it will come on in the front. So yeah, I don't know why they still work when the bike is powered off. So you kind of have to like make sure you turn off the lights when you do turn off the bike. Since we're up on the handlebars here, so yes, you do have that thumb throttle. And then also to the left of that, you will find a Shimano 7-speed shifter. So pretty kind of standard, really reliable shifter, no problems with that. And on the left-hand side of the handlebars, you will find the controls for the light. And then also you'll find the controls for the turn signals and also the controls for the electronic horn. And then next to these controls, you'll find even more controls. And these controls are like a soft touch feeling, so kind of like rubber a little bit, but these control the black and white display that is decent in sunlight, you know, no really complaints with that. But also with this display, you'll be able to see your current speed, your top speed, and also your odometer, your distance traveled, your battery information, and also your voltage as well for a little bit more of an accurate battery reading. Now, one gripe with the turn signals that I have is the fact that they don't make a sound at all. And also you don't get a visual indicator on the display. So it's kind of easy to forget that you have the turn signal on. So I know you have to kind of remember something a little bit, but I wish it at least made some type of sound. Now, this bike does weigh 72 pounds. So yeah, I'm getting a workout in right now, but it can support up to 400 pounds. So a decent amount of rider weight that you can support, but also if you are carrying any type of storage using the rear rack or something, it can handle a lot of weight. And this bike does have a walking mode, so just press down and hold on that minus button and the motor will kick in with a little bit of force in the beginning, but then it kind of smooths out and now you can walk alongside the bike and push it along. All right, so now for my speed test, there's no traffic behind me, but the first test will just be using throttle only. So let's get this thing going in 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, so to take off, kind of basic. I weigh around 220 pounds. So not super quick off the line, but we're at around 16, 17 miles per hour using the bike's display, and GPS app is about 1 mile per hour behind it. And so throttle only, we're hovering right around 20 miles per hour. So this is what I've been getting in my days of testing this bike. So throttle only, you're not getting anywhere close to the advertised 28 miles per hour with this bike. That's only going to be, that's only going to be achievable with pedal assist, which we're going to test right now. So I'm in pedal assist level 5, and I am getting my legs pumping here. We're at 20 miles per hour, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Woo! Getting my workout in. All right, so 27 miles per hour of me pedaling pretty hard with this bike. All right, so that's a speed test. So what you see is what you get. So 28 miles per hour is on the product page, but that's only if you are in great shape and pedaling very hard. For me, I think around 25 miles per hour is what to be expected without me having to work too hard on this bike using pedal assist. And again, with throttle only, you're looking at 20 miles per hour. And now I'm just testing out the responsiveness of the thumb throttle. As soon as I press down, the motor kicks in, so that's nice. Now the response time for pedal assist is around 2.5 rotations before the motor kicks in to help me out. So I'm gonna start pedaling now. 1, 2, yeah, 2.5 rotations before the motor kicks in to help me out. Now, one of the reasons why I like 20x4" fat tires is because it makes that transition that I just did there, going from the sidewalk to some grass, very easy because these tires have enough kind of surface space to be able to handle all of these different types of terrain. So yeah, the grass here is not super tall, so it's not a lot that it has to get through, but just using pedal assist is fine. And now just using the throttle, we're still getting through this grass here with no problem. And this is a nice steep hill here. Let's go ahead and go down. A little roller coaster here. That was fun. Now up front, you do have some really tight cable management with HeyBike's kind of signature sleeve that they put on most of their bikes here to kind of cover up the cables a little bit. But one issue I did have was with the front brake cable that was just really close to the front tire after I got this bike assembled, which wasn't that hard to get assembled, by the way. So I had to end up putting a zip tie to hold that brake line in place and just close to the left side of the front fork. So it was a very easy and minor fix, but I did see a couple of other reviewers have that same issue. So hopefully HeyBike does address that so customers don't have to go and do that themselves. Now this T style of handlebar is adjustable, so you can raise it up and down, and then also the handlebar grips are nice, comfortable, no complaints there. and the recommended rider height for this bike is between 4'11" and 6'3". So hopefully you fall between that. All right, so let me show you the HeyBike app that's available for iOS and Android real quick. So I do recommend downloading it. You can connect to your bike via Bluetooth, but this is not the bike model of the Ranger S, so hopefully that's fixed in a software update, but it's not a big deal. But anyway, you can do things like changing how long it takes for the bike to auto lock or basically just turn off. So I have that set to 180 seconds, and then also you can turn on or off proximity unlock. So when you have the phone on you and the app running, when you walk away from the bike, it'll lock, and when you walk close to it, it'll unlock. But the best part about this app is actually in the settings, and then go to personalize, and from here you can do things like set the top speed. So if I do want to scroll that down to, like, what is it, 18, you can do that. So maybe your kids, you don't want them going over past a certain speed limit. Now you have that option, but let me set this back up before I forget. And you also have a throttle speed limiter. So when on, the throttle speed will be limited to the maximum speed in the current pedal assist level. Now, the great thing about that is that you can actually set a speed for each pedal assist level. So level 1 is 7.6, but I can bump that up to 12.8, and then I can go ahead and adjust everything else here. And I don't think that I've seen this before, so this is a really good high level of customization to really dial in your personal taste when it comes to pedal assist. So overall, I think the app is definitely worth a download. And okay, so for $14.99, this is the HeyBike Ranger S. There's a lot of competition around this price range, and overall, really good bike, especially a really good folding bike. The one issue that I could see people having is just with the throttle, you're not getting a higher speed just using throttle only. So if I could maybe get around 25 miles per hour just using the throttle, that definitely would be nice. Headlight looks really cool, and also I love the lack of a lot of logos on this bike. You have a few around this bike, but it's a really nice, simple, clean design. They're not really trying to advertise too much, but it's tastefully done. But with that being said, I am done here. It's getting pretty loud out here during rush hour, but I'll drop a link down below for this HeyBike Ranger S in the description of this video. Drop a comment down below yourself and let me know what you think about this bike, and also give this video a like if you did like it. But like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.